All right, let's go down this direction a little bit. So we're at this intersection. Trail splits off here, and I think we can get to the area we're trying to get to going this way, but we'll find out. So we're out here exploring. 21st Century Expeditionist and myself join this beautiful wilderness. It's a wild place, an ancient place. For thousands of years, natives lived all throughout these areas. Today, it's referred to as the Cova with the Coochie. And we're hiking towards an old Indian mound. It's a really interesting place. You hear something up there?
Yeah, there's pigs.
You hear pigs?
I hear pigs, plural.
What are they doing?
I don't know what they're doing. They're rooting.
We've been hearing a lot of wildlife out here. As we get further back in here.
It's all fresh.
You can see where they're digging up.
Yeah.
They probably heard us by now. All right, I think we got off track a little bit, which is easy to do in this area. All sorts of off trails. You can get lost out here if you don't really keep up of where you're going. Start over with that. You seem to have gotten off track a little bit. Not too far. We're close to the site. It's easy to wander off the trail in these areas, that's for sure. It's like a jungle out here, man. What do you think? Dense forest?
Yeah, mosquito haven.
A lot of mosquitoes, right?
Everywhere.
We have a bug spray on today, that's for sure. I'm actually not really getting bothered by the mosquitoes. Just keep an eye out for snakes. We saw a good size water moccasin earlier. It's right along the trail. All right, so we'll keep going this way. We need to make our way back through here. All right, so I think if we go up here, let's just go ahead and cut right through this. It's through this wooded area right here. All right, we should be able to get over there from this section. So here is the mound. This is a shell midden. There's a lot of vegetation and leaves covering the mound. But there are a lot of discarded shells, pieces of limestone scattered throughout this area. So right here we can get a really nice view of the mound. This is very interesting. This is a really big piece of limestone here. You can see some markings. This may have been used to make tools and sharpen other weapons, things like that. You can see here some pottery fragments. So here is the whelk that you're talking about.
It looks to be a whelk. I forgot what a mollusk looks like, but it's probably a whelk.
So let's look around a little bit more. A lot of shells here on the ground. It's hard to see a lot of them because there's so many leaves.
There's some potsherds right there. Limestone looks great.
Yeah, I can see some pottery fragments. It's the limestone tempered fragments. Very interesting.
It appears to be.
Yeah.
From just a glance of the eye, it looks to be limestone grit. It could be a multiple thing.
Well, it's old and it's been out here for quite some time.
It amazes me that the shells, just that shell alone, is hundreds or even thousands of years old.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Mind-boggling.
Really amazing. Imagine how many more shells were out here on this mound at one time. So,
yeah, like you can see vandal pits, so apparently if there was a cabin or something here, someone did a little digging on top of here too.
There might have been a structure on top of this mound at one time. More recent times. You can see part of a box spring over there. Is that iron? Like
Yeah.
a grate, iron grate or something? What do you think?
It looks to be the top of a grate.
Let's take a look.
All of it's iron now. If iron holds up better than steel does.
And then over here is the box spring. So this is right on top of the mound.
Just put it this way, if this was made a long time ago, but if this were to be a modern frame, there wouldn't be nothing left of it. Because they make everything so cheap now, the steel's so cheap. This is an iron bed frame.
They don't make them like they used to. That's why we find a lot of this old stuff out here. It survives for a long time. So the mound slopes down over that way.
And here's some copper.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it's copper.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no, it's steel. Just looked like copper.
Very interesting.
Or iron. It's probably iron, wrought iron.
But it's coming out of the ground.
There's more of it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot more limestone around the area. Pieces of that. It's a pretty dense.
This is more parts of the bed frame.
Pretty dense hammock out here.
Box spring.
Yep. So this mound sits out in the middle of the wilderness.
There's a potsherd there.
Yep, pottery fragment there. So quiet out here if you just sit and take in the nature.
The stone that looks like they worked with it.
Yeah, we were down by the stone earlier. So we're hiking back out into the woods. Away from that mound, we explored the area for a little while. Really enjoyed seeing it. And it's nice to come out in these wilderness areas and still be able to experience those sites of history before they're gone forever. We were just talking about how a lot of these places are being destroyed or just lost to development. So we cherish these wilderness areas and remains of history that you can still find in these places. What do you think about when you're out here exploring? What's some of the reasonings that you do your...
Well, I have a combination of reasons. Exercise, of course, is always good.
Yeah, you get a lot of exercise out here.
You get fresh air. You get time to think, to rejuvenate your mind. Basically, when you come out here, the stress that you deal with on a daily basis is minimal, even though you're being bit by mosquitoes and attacked by ticks and deer flies and horse flies.
Yeah.
It's not the same kind of stress
It's different.
that you get from being in a city and going to work and deal with conflict every day. You come out here to rejuvenate, like I said, and
yeah, it's definitely a feeling of relaxation when you come out here. That's what I get from it. Just you get your mind off things.
it brings peace of mind.
Yeah, you're able to think and clear your head. Out here, I like hearing like these
Natural sounds.
Yeah, you hear these natural sounds. You don't hear sounds of the city, traffic, and all that stuff. It actually stresses you out.
Well, yeah, noise pollution is a form of stress.
Yeah, so this is a place to come out and decompress.
Stress is a form of energy that can be measured in energy.
Yeah, it's really awesome to...
Like when you walk into a room full of people and you walk in and you can feel the stress, like in a form of heat energy just ascending from their bodies. You come out here, you have the opposite effect. It's soothing. The natural sounds of the cicadas and the crickets and the frogs.
Yeah, I like the
And
sound.
you run into wildlife, and sometimes it gets your adrenaline going because a turkey or something will fly out over your head and spook you. But there's nothing like it. It's addicting, really.
That's true.
It's a
That's
combination of the energy.
why I'm always out here, because I feed off it. I come out here and I get those feelings that you're talking about, and when I'm done, it's like as soon as I get back home, I'm like, I want to be back out there. You just don't want to miss it.
And then sometimes when you're here, when you get hungry and you burn a lot of calories, you're ready to make it to your dinner. Your supper.
Yeah.